very active right now with Orex Minerals. Here we are for this filming in Vancouver, Canada, but the real action is happening in Mexico and Sweden, where our properties are. In Coneto, where a group of us just came up from there in central Mexico, so it's in the heart of the Mexican silver trend. The drill rigs arrived, they're turning as we speak. The program there is a 12,000 meter diamond drilling program, and we have scheduled a $2.5 million for exploration this season. The expenditures for Coneto are being carried by our joint venture partner Fresnillo. So Orex is the holder of the property. We own the core of the Coneto mineral district, and Fresnillo is the operator for the new program, diamond drilling, and the first 6 holes will be drilled on the Loma Verde structure at Coneto. When you think about Mexican silver projects in the heart of the Mexican silver belt, it is #1 in the world for production of silver. And the #1 company for producing silver in the world is Fresnillo PLC. They are London-based for their registration, but they are a Mexican corporation. And Fresnillo, #1 in the world for silver, have chosen to joint venture with us in the heart of a neighborhood that they already understand. When they joined with Orex Minerals to work on Coneto, they didn't just come with their cash. They also came with some of their own mineral concessions in the camp. They've added that to the project, and they took a private placement in Orex Minerals as well. Within the first drill holes that have been put in the Fresnillo's program of diamond drilling, we have hit the structure about 300 meters vertically below the surface exposures on Loma Verde. Our previous drilling in phase 1, we're very successfully hitting it at about 100 to 150 meters. Fresnillo wants to know how strong this structure is with depth. And the answer for that first hole is yes. We have hit the structures. We do not know the assays yet because it's on the logging tables. They'll be logging, sampling, then shipping to an analytical lab ready for analysis. We should know the first hole in about 5 weeks from now. Our anticipation for news flow is the first 6 holes, all in the Loma Verde structure, will form the basis of a news release jointly from Fresnillo and Orex Minerals. In Barsele in northern Sweden, we have a gold and volcanogenic massive sulfide property there. The previous resource estimate in 2011 brought us just over 1 million ounces of gold in various categories, but gold is not the only story. We did do most of our drilling in the central and Avan zones of the gold deposit. For the next phase, we'd like to expand upon the very good results that we've had from phase 1, and we'd like to test some of the other targets. It's a very large property. We have over 31,000 hectares of mineral concessions, and the central area is already permitted for exploitation. That's why we wanted to concentrate on that part of it. The new resource is something that we're planning, and I would anticipate that the independent consultants will have the new resource estimate for early in the new year. In the next 6 months at Barsele is completion of some mapping towards the northwest of the central zone, and to look at other targets. If you follow along the Nora deposit, the Nora is a polymetallic deposit with gold, silver, copper, and zinc. That particular horizon needs to be evaluated further for its polymetallic potential. But about 5 kilometers away from the Barsele Central is an area called Tatjarnliden. And Tatjarnliden is another horizon that is in the volcanic succession. There have been samples from till geochemistry that tell us that that is a very favorable target. Over a 2-kilometer strike length is coming up in the till geochemistry. And the Geological Survey of Sweden have found boulders in that area that came back with 33 grams of gold and 7% zinc And we know that it is not coming from Nora because the ice direction is the other way. So it has to be coming from a target that is to the northwest of where our known mineralization is. Metallurgy is very favorable at Barsele. We've had over 90% recovery on the gold. It is visible gold, native gold, hosted in a tourmaline granodiorite, so a tourmaline altered granodiorite that has disseminated and stockwork style native gold in the central part. We'd like to do some more metallurgical work on that part of the property. Just closing the private placement in Orex Minerals will give me as an explorer and our geological team the opportunity to do the exploration work in Sweden. That's where the main part of our exploration money will be spent, because in Mexico, we're carried by our joint venture partners. So there will be news flow coming from two different directions into Orex Minerals, one that we're paying for and operating directly, the other one where our joint venture partners are covering it, but we serve on the technical committee guiding the exploration in Mexico.